Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of VizRT Tuesday Tutorials. I am your host Richard Evans, back from another great NAB with some more tips and tricks for y'all. Now I got to meet a lot of you in Vegas thanking me for this series and I really appreciate it, and it warms my heart to know that these videos help, so make sure that you like, subscribe, and post some comments. I really do enjoy hearing from y'all. Now for this episode, I'm going to show you how you can maximize your screen space on TriCaster. So whether you're using a control panel or touch screen or just want to move things out of the way, this is a really cool feature that will strip your TriCaster interface down to the basics. So let me show you how it's done, son. All right. So I'm in my TriCaster 2 Elite interface, and I'm going to show you a few ways that you can maximize your interface screen. Okay, so there's a few ways to do it. The first one I want to show you, I think I've probably shown you this before, but let's go ahead and review on the express mode. So, I mean, you have your main switcher right here, but let's say that you're using like a tablet or a touch screen, for example. If we go to express mode, but just by clicking on Express here, you'll see that that will minimize our switcher, and so you don't really have a program in preview. You just have your program, and then you have a couple options over here to change like what you want your transition to be. So for example, I'm going to leave it on circle, and if I switch it to say ME2 like this, you'll see that it just hot swaps to it with that transition that is in there. Okay, cool. All right. Simple enough like that. So keep this one in mind because we'll revisit that in a second. But if let's say we want to get rid of some other things, we're not using the DDRs. So what I can do is I would just click on the tab that says DDR, the one that's currently highlighted, and whoop, goes away like that. Okay, cool. Or I can then from here, so we got rid of the DDRs, but now let's get rid of the express switcher altogether and click that, and it's gone. Cool. Okay, so now one thing I want to mention when I go back to here, I'm going to bring this over to crossfade, because let's say that we have this set up as a tablet, for example, because you can always KVM into your TriCaster, kind of like I'm doing now. I'm not actually sitting in front of my TriCaster. I'm just using NDI Studio Monitor. It's a KVM to my system, and then I can just tap on these buttons. So what I want to show you now is, check this out. Let's go to the top of the screen, and I'm going to go to Options, and we're going to say Click Viewport to show on program. Okay, so now what that allows me to do is whenever I like physically touch on one of these buttons, it will switch it with the transition that I have selected here. So if I just hit on ME3, for example, like this, whoop, there you go. See, it does that crossfade. Or I'll go to ME1 like that, and it does that crossfade. So if I get rid of the express altogether, I could have this to where it's just opened up like that. All right, so again, I'll just switch back and forth between those. That's how that works. Cool. All right, now let's go back to circle here, just so I'm changing this up a bit. But let's say we want to get rid of all these altogether. Just maximize as much window space as we want. All right, so first let's bring everything back up. Okay, and then I'll go back to my regular switcher here, and we want to get rid of even those tabs at the bottom so we don't like accidentally click on them or something like that, etc. So if we go to Workspaces up here, you'll see that I have options to turn these things off. So I can turn off my media tabs like that, so DDRs are gone, and I can go back to Workspaces, get rid of those mix effects, and go back to Workspaces and get rid of the entire switcher. And now it's just a screen like this. Yeah! So now I can click like that, for example, and switch it that way. Or let's say that you're using like a TriCaster a Flex Dual, and you want to just have everything open because you have all the access that you need on the Flex Dual itself. This would be another way to do it, to just maximize some screen real estate. Now, of course, I'm only using a few inputs right here, but you could fill this up with as many inputs as you would want via your workspaces, or make a custom layout, etc. Kind of up to you. But that is one way to turn these things off. All right, now say that you're not using a touchscreen, you don't want to accidentally do that. Well, we can combine that. Click SharePoint Preview Program off, and when I click on those, that does nothing, and then I would have to use my control panel to make that work. And bring it back on, no big deal. Just go back up to Workspaces and start bringing it back on. So show switcher, show MEs, and show media tabs. Bam, now you got it all back. Cool. So just another way for you to customize things. It's up to you, but I do want to show you a few little options that you can do, if you are so inclined. So play around with this, and of course, Have some fun. Woo. So as you can see, a nice feature to maximize your screen space. Now you can find more information about VizRT products and services by contacting your local VizRT partner or visit our website, vizrt.com. And you can find more tutorial videos like this one by subscribing to the VizRT YouTube channel at youtube.com/VizRTofficial. And you can also get professional training with VizRT products by signing up for Viz University at vizrt.com/community/viz-university. And if you're posting your work using VizRT products on social media, make sure that you tag us using the hashtags VizRT, TriCaster, or 3Play. We love seeing what you're working on. That's it for today. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode of VizRT Tuesday Tutorials.